Good morning. Welcome to Houston Elementary School, home of the Mighty Tigers, where your principal is Miss Stevenson. Please prepare to say the pledge to the American flag, Texas flag, and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Now for a moment of silence. Now let's recite our Houston Creed. As a student of the Houston Elementary School, I respect my parents, my teachers, myself, and others. Yesterday's mistakes are behind me, and I understand each day is filled with wonderful possibilities. I came to school to learn. New challenges are before me. I will embrace them with the desire to excel in school and to make a better world. I am great, and my education makes me even greater. I am prepared. I am responsible. I have integrity. I am determined. I am excellent. I take pride in my work and I will be successful. If you believe it, you will achieve it. Good morning, Houston Elementary School Tigers. We want to welcome everybody back. I know that it's been a daunting task these past couple of weeks, but we want to thank you for getting back safe and sound today. Um, Parents, students, if you're having any internet problems or problems with electricity, make sure you reach out to the teacher or you can call our front office at 972-218-1512 just so we can know what's going on. So we want to welcome everybody back. Remember, February is still Black History Month and Black history still matters here at Houston Elementary. Today is Monday, February 22nd, and so we are celebrating Motivation Monday by wearing our favorite statement tees today. Tomorrow we'll be celebrating Black excellence. So we want students to dress to impress. We'll have a reschedule of our Black History program. We'll talk about that later on in the announcements. But dress to impress tomorrow, students. You can wear your Sunday best, your best outfit. Tomorrow is the day to show off. All face-to-face students must wear a mask and face shield every day. For our Black History Trivia question for the last time we were here at school, the question was, what's a word that begins like the word free? And one of the correct answers was from. And third through fifth, your question was, what is an antonym for low income? And some of the answers were wealthy and rich. Our winners were for pre-K 2, Louis Areola, and 3-5, Aquila Rodas. Teachers, if you have these students, please email me and let me know if they are virtual or face-to-face. Today, Monday, February 22nd, our Black History Trivia. Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman elected to Congress and the first Black major party presidential candidate. She survived 3 assassination attempts during her 1972 campaign. Pre-K 2, what is the plural of woman? What is the plural of woman? And third through fifth grade, define assassination. Students, make sure you put your first and last name on your entry. Teachers, please drop the pad and link for students to respond. Ties and tiaras has been postponed for a later date, so we will let you know in the future when we will set up a date for ties and tiaras, which was our father-daughter virtual dance. So just stay connected and we will let you know. We want to make a very important announcement. Our Houston Elementary Teacher of the Year for 2020-2021 is, drum roll please, Mrs. Sangino. Congratulations, Miss Sangino, for being named Teacher of the Year. Certainly, she deserves it. If you have Miss Sangino students, you are very blessed and lucky to have her. Mrs. Sangino, Teacher of the Year, Houston Elementary, 2020-2021. If you see her today, please congratulate her. We are still selling cups, students, water bottles for $2 a piece, and also $4 if you want your personalized name. Students, I also want to encourage you to bring any water bottle to school this week that you have, just in case that we have issues in the cafeteria. So if you brought your water bottle today, great job. If not, make sure you bring one tomorrow. Houston Elementary presents Black History Matters. Our Black History program is now going to be on March 2nd. We celebrate Black History 365 days a year. So March 2nd at 6 p.m., we will share the link for our Black History program. For lunch today, cheese ravioli with roll and turkey breast and cheese sandwich. There will be free meals available for all students under 18. Weekend meals are now available. The meals include breakfast and lunch for 7 days and a variety of fruits, vegetables, and milk. Please contact the cafeteria for more information. Curbside pickup at any Lancaster ISD school every Wednesday from 10 to 12:30. Happy birthday today to Mariah Lockhart, Stephanie Dillahunt, and Damarian Jackson. Today is Monday, so Monday's motivation is Monday. Don't forget to be awesome. So students, last week we were supposed to celebrate Kindness Week, but this month is Kindness Month. So we still want to continue to share some things with you guys for Kindness Month. So we had a special guest that is reading a story for you today. So I'm going to play that video and you're going to listen. This is Pastor Diggles from Sal Ministries.
Hello, my name is David Diggles. I'm the pastor here at Soul Church, located in Lancaster, Texas. It's Black History Month, and also it is Random Kindness Week. And so I would like to just read a story about Harriet Tubman, the value of helping. And so it starts, it says, "Hello, here I am, up here in the sky. You can call me Starry. I've seen a lot from up here, but nothing like the story of a little girl named Harriet, who became famous for helping people. You can imagine me as her true voice, the voice inside her that Harriet learned to listen to even when things were difficult. Of course, she couldn't really see me, but perhaps she imagined me as a star, as you will soon discover." So if you're ready, let's begin our story together. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Harriet. Harriet was born during a time when it was actually legal to own another person in certain parts of the United States. Harriet was a slave and she was forced to work very hard for the man who owned her. At harvest time, Harriet and the other slaves picked corn late into the night. While they worked, they would often sing songs about freedom. "I wonder if anyone will help us escape," Harriet would ask. The slaves would often whisper about places where all people could be free. "There aren't any slaves north of where we live," said Harriet's father. "All the people there are free men and women." "I want to go north, Daddy," said Harriet. "I want to be free." "You see that star up there," said her father. "Look right there, y'all. The big one that never moves. That's the North Star. When you get older, you can go north. Just keep that star in front of you. It will take you to freedom." That's where I come in, the star right here. As Harriet looked at the real North Star, she imagined that she had a star inside her that would guide her. "I became her true voice, that special friend inside of each person that helps you listen to your own best thoughts." As Harriet got older, her desire for freedom grew stronger. She heard stories about something called the Underground Railroad. "What is the Underground Railroad, Harriet?" I asked her. "It's a secret way to escape to freedom," she explained, "where people help slaves travel along safe paths. The houses the slaves hide in are called stations on the railroad. Many slaves made it to freedom, but others were caught. Harriet was too scared to attempt it herself. Instead, Harriet decided she would work hard baking pies and then sell them door to door to earn money. You see, if slaves could make enough money, they could sometimes buy their own freedom. Starry, she asked me, how many pies do you think I'll have to bake to earn enough money? I think we're getting closer, Harriet, I whispered. Let's keep baking. Harriet listened to herself, smiled, and went back to work more determined than ever to secure her freedom. While out selling her pies, Harriet met a woman who saw how determined she was to be free. If you want to be free, she said to Harriet, I can send you to people who will help you along the way. That's when I whispered to Harriet, if you accept her help, it can get you to a place where you may be able to help lead others to freedom. Harriet thought a long time about whether she would attempt to escape. Harriet knew that there were people who were risking their own freedom in order to help slaves like her. One day, Harriet heard a rumor that her owner was going to sell her. Harriet made up her mind then and there that she was going to escape. She set out that very night and headed into the woods. Don't be afraid, I whispered to her. Your daddy always said if you follow the North Star, it will take you to freedom. You can do it. You're strong and you've got the courage to be free. Harriet needed her courage. She went on for 15 more nights, struggling through the darkness. She tumbled into holes and she tore her clothes on briars. In the daytime, she hid in barns and cellars to avoid getting caught. Along the way, she found people to help her. They passed her along from one helpful person to another until she made it to freedom at last. Freedom was it was wonderful as Harriet had thought it would be. However, she couldn't help but think about the many slaves who didn't have their freedom. She soon joined the Underground Railroad herself so she could help others. Over the next 10 years, Harriet helped many slaves escape to freedom. Look, Harriet, I pointed out, there are posters seeking your capture. Even though there were risks, she carried on. Harriet found many other ways to help. When the Civil War erupted, she joined the Union Army and served as a nurse for injured soldiers. She organized the local slaves to help spy on the Southern forces. At one point, she helped free over 750 slaves from a plantation. When the war was over, even after all she had done, Harriet was only allowed to ride home lying on the floor of the train's baggage compartment. Starry, we have a long way to go before we're really free. I was too sad to even answer. When she got home, Harriet let people know about the terrible way she had been treated. The newspaper spread her story, and many people who read it became upset. Over time, more and more people worked harder to make things better. Today, thanks to the help of Harriet and others like her, many people are treated more fairly than before. But there is still work to do. Now, as our story ends, you may want to think about yourself. You may not face the same struggles in your life as Harriet, but whatever you do, you may discover that when you help people in big ways and small ways, just like our good friend Harriet, you'll be happier too. The end.
All right. We want to thank Pastor Diggles for that. Definitely a kindness and Black History Month story that we can remember. That concludes our morning announcements. Have a great day of teaching and learning here at Houston Elementary, where we honor, exceed, and serve. Have a great day, Tigers.